you elephant eaters out there. My name is Dan. I'm the guy with the pointy ear and the twirly nose that Ryan likes to draw. Today is May 12th. We're heading up to the, what is it?
Cartoon Art Museum?
The Cartoon Art Museum. And here's the master, the legend, the self-proclaimed artist, Ryan Claytor.
How's it going?
Hey, we're heading up there. This is like stop number 2 on the grand tour, isn't it?
Trace.
Number 3.
Yeah.
So tell me about this whole project you got going.
This is part of a North American tour that I'm doing for my books. It's going to be going the duration of summer 2007 and lasting about 3 months. Been to Long Beach, Los Angeles, heading up to San Francisco right now to be the cartoonist in residence at the Cartoon Art Museum, and just plugging along.
Awesome. And what about your most recent book?
Well, I just picked up a book about a week or 2 ago, which is The Collected and Then One Day, and basically it compiles the first 4 issues in the series. It's got a lot of new artwork, new cover art. It's 116 pages long, so that is out and available as we speak. And in another week or 2, I should be picking up And Then One Day number 6 in the series, which is going to be 176 pages of all new material, and basically boils down to a series of interviews with people that I know. Kind of going to turn autobiography on its ear. I was doing some research in grad school and found this theory that states that autobio is no more truthful or valid than fiction, which got me thinking, what would make it any more truthful or valid than it already is, because essentially autobio is just one person's subjective opinion about themselves. So I gathered a bunch of different people in my life and interviewed them in the form of flashcard questions. I'd stick them in an isolated room with this box of questions and a tape recorder. I was not present so that I would not influence their responses. And these interviews I transcribed and turned into comic book form, and that's going to be number 6 in the series, which will be here in a couple weeks or so, about the end of May.
It was a little bit, I was involved in that project, obviously.
Yes, you were.
And being stuck in a room with the tape recorder is no easier than being stuck in a room with you, let me tell you.
How are you going to keep up the ambiance, the magic of this?
No, I'm just kidding. But, so where exactly are you going? And tell me about what inspired you to do this tour that you're on this summer.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know if I can list every location. I usually have to consult my postcard, but I am heading to 18 different states and 2 Canadian provinces, and there's going to be 50 different stops on the tour. You can find all of it at elephanteater.com. And what inspired me to do this? It's always kind of been, a dream to do a tour, and so for the past year or so, I've been organizing this thing, and it's finally come to fruition. And I really thought that this might be the last time in my life that I could do something like this.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, I'm not tied down, I have a summer vacation in between grad school, so this whole tour is essentially my summer break. So I just wanted to kind of, carpe diem, man, seize the day, and
so
take all I could.
Let me ask you this, are you going to be writing while you're on tour? Are we going to be seeing a future and then one day that contains tour entries?
That's probably the most often asked question I get about this, and I think it will come about in some form or another.
I guess the main question is, if somebody does something to you on the tour that's just absolutely unique and insane and memorable, can they find themselves in and then one day in the future?
Are you asking if you could give me a wet willy or what?
I'm just asking for your fans out there. Do they have the opportunity of being a star in one of your upcoming comics?
I'm sure it's always a possibility.
All right. So tell me about what you have plans for future comics? Are you going to continue to do autobios, or do you think you might delve into some fictional work, or develop some new characters, or tell me about what's in the plans for the future?
I think it's all a possibility. Right now I'm making my way through grad school, so the next year is kind of focused on research and autobio, completing my thesis, and so I've got some ideas of other projects that I would like to get going, but they're so seemingly far down the pipeline right now that I'd rather not say anything, because I don't want to say, oh yeah, there's a totally cool idea, but it's going to be 18 years before it happens, you know? So yeah, but right now I'm promoting the new 2 books that I have out, and I would like to try out some fictional work in the future. I've actually worked on a project with a buddy of mine from Maryland, and I might hop into that afterwards. We'll see what goes on.
Cool. So you got anything special to tell your fans out there?
I'm trying to think. Just
looking forward to seeing them on the tour?
Of course. Yeah, I hope they'll show up to some of these stops. Had a great time the first couple stops, and hoping to continue.
And it all ends in a big grand finale at Comic-Con in San Diego, right?
That's right. Comic-Con International at the end of July will be the last tour stop. So you can all stop by and see how exhausted I am, and poke me with a stick and see how I'm doing.
And let's hope you make it there, because this car that we're in is
it's awesome.
It's a little bit frightening at times.
It's awesome. Don't say bad things about Squirrely. That's like saying bad things about my boy. You talk about my boy, look out. I'm gonna defend him.
All right then. Well, I guess that's it. So we'll be seeing you on tour.
All right. Hope to see you out there.
All right. Late.